Did you know that EVA Air has consistently been a 5-star rated airline with Skytrax for over 10 years? This is a very exclusive club, by the way, that only 11 airlines in the world are a part of, that is measured from onboarding to airport experience, food and beverage, cabin service, aircraft seats, and cleanliness. Speaking of cleanliness, EVA Air has also just been named the world's cleanest airline as well. Not to mention that in today's video, I'm also going to be taking the economy class, which is the 6th best economy class in the world and the winner for the best economy class food. You get it, you get it. EVA Air is a highly awarded airline, but is it worthy of all these accolades? Well, as they say, there's only one way to find out. I recently went to Taiwan and decided to take EVA Air from Singapore to Taipei, Taiwan. And this video is a review of my entire experience from booking, checking in, boarding, all the way to the flight experience itself. And so, without any further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Let's start with the booking. My return flight from Singapore to Taipei cost me around 458 Sing dollars. Works out to be around 544 Australian dollars, which as you can see here is slightly above the average flight prices for the same duration, though not by a lot. And with it, you get one check-in luggage at 23 kilos and also one carry-on luggage with these dimensions. The check-in process at Changi Airport was also especially painless, which is a relief because truthfully, one of the things that I dislike about checking in economy class is the queues. But thankfully, you get to skip that at Changi Airport as they have now switched over to these self-check-in machines. Simply scan your passport or enter your reservation number and the machine will print out your boarding pass and luggage tag. You then head over to these machines to drop off your luggage and that's it. You're checked in and good to go.
So the check-in process was fairly straightforward. I was checked in less than 10 minutes, and as EVA is under the Star Alliance, I get access to the KrisFlyer Go Lounge. Let's go eat. And look, they even have my favorite jjigae. If you know, you know.
But if you don't have lounge access, you have absolutely nothing to worry about, especially at Changi. Changi is quite possibly one of the best airports to be stuck at without access to any lounges as there's so much to do. I've previously in fact done a video covering some of the free things that you can do at Changi Airport whilst waiting for your flight. In case you're interested to check that out, I've put the link in my description box. And also side note, on the way back from Taoyuan to Singapore, you will also get access to the EVA Air lounges, which is actually one of my favorite lounges, predominantly because of the food.
And after a super comfortable rest at the lounge, we are now ready to board the flight. So come on, let's go.
So let's first talk a little bit about the aircraft itself. I was on a Boeing 777 and the seats were in a 3x4x3 configuration, which I'm not gonna lie was a little bit narrow, but the seats themselves had decent cushioning to it and also an adjustable headrest, which made them quite comfortable to sit in. Narrowness aside, the legroom was also decent as you can see here, and I also noticed that you can actually recline quite a bit more compared to some of the other economy classes that I've been on, which is a nice plus. And those who know me will know that I'll always pick an aisle seat over a window seat any day. The ability to leave my seat whenever I want to use the bathroom or just simply stretch my legs beats any window views in my opinion. And so as a result of being in an aisle seat, I never quite felt like I was locked or trapped in. Not quite so important in a 4-hour flight like the one that I took, but I would think especially important in a long haul flight. There is of course also in-flight entertainment and you will be issued a pair of headphones when you are boarding. There's also free Wi-Fi available on board by the way, though I do believe that you will need to be a member of the EVA Air's Infinity Mileage Lands program, which is free to join. But if this video needed to have a piece de resistance to it, it would be the food review, wouldn't it? After all, you may recall I mentioned that EVA Air is the winner for the best economy class food at Skytrax this year. So let's talk about it. We will of course serve some refreshments once the plane took off, but for the main course, I was given a choice between a Taiwanese braised beef with fermented tofu sauce and fried noodles or a roast chicken thigh with black pepper cream sauce. Obviously, I went with the Taiwanese braised beef noodles. The meal set came with a salad starter, which was a shrimp with couscous salad, and it was delicious. The braised beef noodles for me was also pretty decent. It wasn't too salty, it was of a decent serving size, and the braised beef was done surprisingly well. Though for me, the highlight of the meal was hands down this cake. I think it's a mango lime mousse cake. It was so light and fluffy, not dry, with just the right amount of creaminess to it, and also not too sweet. Overall, whilst it's not the best thing I have ever eaten in my life, this meal is certainly above average for airline food, especially considering that I am in economy class. The stewardess also came to give refreshments before and after the main meals, and most importantly, I wish to emphasize that the service from the beginning to the landing of the flight was tip-top. I can totally see why EVA Air has won all these Skytrax awards. It is important to note though that meals can vary from flight to flight and also the time of the day of the flight, and that they do have meals to cater for all different dietary requirements, though that obviously has to be requested prior to the flight. And so here is a quick summary of the pros and cons of flying EVA Air Economy in case you haven't been paying attention. For the pros, first up we have pricing, which is only slightly above average compared to the average flight pricings for the same route at the same time of the year, which I will remind you is a feat given that this also takes into account all the budget airlines as well. Not to mention too, for this price you get to fly with a well-awarded airline. And 3, you get free in-flight entertainment and also free Wi-Fi. And 4, the food is definitely above average for an economy class airline meal. The real and only con that I have for EVA Air would be the narrowness of the seat, given that I was in an aircraft with a 3x4x3 configuration, though the seats did make up for it by having fairly decent cushioning, good reclining, decent leg room, and also a very comfortable headrest. Overall, I find EVA Air to be a very accessible airline for those who want to travel in comfort but without necessarily that hefty price tag. And whilst I have not flown EVA Air long haul before, I would imagine that like Singapore Airlines, their economy class would be a fantastic option. EVA Air is definitely an airline that I would fly with again. But have you flown with EVA Air before and what do you think? Let me know in the comment section, as I do love hearing from people who watch my videos. By the way, I'm Steve from the Fat Life Project. Welcome back to my channel. If you're already a subscriber, hey there, I hope you're having a great weekend and that you've been enjoying these weekly catch-ups that we've been having. And if you're new to the channel, hey, I'm Steve and my channel is full of travel guides just like the one that you're watching now that helps you navigate through cities around the world like a seasoned pro. And so if traveling is a vibe, definitely subscribe so that we can go on more fat travel adventures together. I do hope that you found value in today's video, and if you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good things that you know are gonna appease those holy YouTube algorithm gods, but much more importantly, would just make my day as a content creator. I've also previously flown with Scoot and AirAsia, and so if you wanted to check out the flight reviews for that, I'm gonna link those at the end of this video so that you can go ahead and check that out next. And if you got to this point of the video, thank you so much for watching. I know I say this every single week, but that's only because I mean it. I do hope that you have a fantastic day ahead or that you've already had a good day. I will see you real soon in the next video. Ciao!
Just hold the body tight.